Hi, rather than sending a bunch of emails, I'm doing a video. So, wanted to talk to you about the Wu flu, as I call it, or COVID 19. Here's my concern. Uh, right now, people are starting to act very nutty. Media's getting some hysteria going. The other type of concern I have, and Claire can speak to this better than me, but most of our stores do something called just in time shipping, where basically daily truckloads of stuff is coming in to keep the store supplied. They don't have like big stock rooms of items anymore. If truck drivers start getting sick, I'm worried that there could be a disruption in getting things to stores. So just this whole insanity about people getting into fistfights over toilet paper just concerns me that people in our society are becoming unstable. I don't think it's that bad yet, but this is just to be prepared. So here's my thoughts on foods and medicines. I know you probably have things on hand, but right now the government put out a notice through FEMA, through the Office of Domestic Preparedness, that Americans should have 2 weeks of food on hand. So here's my list of what you should have just in case things start getting bad. 5 pounds of flour. Flour can be used for all sorts of stuff. You can mix flour and water, bake it. It used to be called hardtack. Soldiers lived off of it once upon a time. Yellow rice. Yellow rice is better than white rice. 5 pounds. Get 5 pounds of oatmeal, like the Quaker Oats or store brand in the cardboard containers. The kind you have to boil with water, not the instant. 10 pounds of potatoes, 5 pounds of cheese, 10 pounds of meat, ground beef or frozen chicken if they still have it in the stores, some canned milk if it's still there, uh, butter, 2 pounds, and 2 or 3 dozen eggs. The eggs keep for a long time. Don't know if they're still in the stores, but try and grab that. Soups, packaged soups might be better right now. It's my understanding canned foods are in short supply, at least here in Milledgeville. I've talked to a couple people this morning. Might want to get some bouillon cubes, chicken or beef bouillon cubes. It acts as a spice. You can add it to things. Uh, Make sure you have some teas and also water flavoring Kool-Aid, whatever. Uh, I don't think there's going to be a disruption in water supplies. Believe it or not, most of the water systems function autonomously. If things get real bad and the water supply gets disrupted, the concern has always been that there would be a terrorist strike against water pumping stations or a terrorist strike to impact the chlorination system so the water wouldn't be pure and people would get sick. But the water systems pretty much operate on their own as long as there's electricity. So I don't think you have to worry about getting bottled water and all that. Water should be fine. The other thing you want to make sure you have on hand for medicines is Wu flu is mainly an upper respiratory infection with a fever. Uh, so make sure you have plenty of Tylenol and Motrin, the generic equivalents, of course, because it's cheaper, as a fever reducer, and you can alternate taking Tylenol and Motrin, and it won't have you won't fry your liver or kidneys out as bad that way. Remember, you can take up to 800 milligrams of Motrin at a time for 3 or 4 days, but the fever supposedly with Wu flu doesn't last for a long time. Make sure you have cough syrup with DM, because if you do get this bug, you want to keep your chest clear so you don't get a secondary infection called pneumonia. So make sure you have a couple bottles of cough syrup so that you keep your chest clear. Once again, it's upper respiratory. It's a lung virus. So, like Kohl's and everything else. Make sure you're taking multivitamins and get vitamin C, and get the vitamin C with rose hips, and take about 1,500 milligrams a day. Vitamin C will not keep you from getting sick, but study after study has shown that vitamin C reduces the duration of viral infections. So even if it just shortens it by a day, um, having your body well nourished with vitamins uh, can't hurt. Also, on the food items, I didn't talk much about green vegetables. If you're taking vitamins, green vegetables, I mean, if they're available in the store, canned vegetables, whatever kind you want to eat, that's great. If not, the list of food is what used to be called staples. Once upon a time, people in our nation lived off of that and thrived. So this will get you through. Won't cost a whole lot of money, and just in case things start getting bad, which never underestimate the American people to do something silly. Um, these items will get you through. If there's a disruption in things available at the store, if you get sick, um, this should get you through the bug pretty well. And as always, Iris Lane Farm is open for business, and it's one of your fallback positions. We'll have things here, and on the water issue, I've got both county water and we have a well on property, and we'll be fine. So just want to let you know I love you. Rather than sending a bunch of emails or texts, just wanted to give you my thoughts in case you were wondering. Love you very much.